You're watching Knicks Now by Chat Sports. I am your host, Marshall Green. Appreciate everybody for stopping by as we react to some NBA insiders and ESPN insiders on their predictions for the upcoming NBA season. Before we do, I want to hear from you in the comments section. Who do you think is going to win the Eastern Conference this year? Is it the Knicks? Is it the Celtics? Or if there's another team out there, let me know which team you think will win the East. Let's dive into it. As we are about a month away from the 2024 NBA season being kicked off and the New York Knicks taking on the Boston Celtics on October 22nd. With Adrian Wojnarowski not working for ESPN anymore, there's been some other ESPN insiders that they have been looking to make some NBA predictions. And Schefter, the GOAT of the NFL insiders at ESPN, Adam Schefter, he picked the New York Knicks to get to the NBA Finals. He had them actually playing against the Oklahoma City Thunder. And you know what? Schefter's always been a guy that's known ball, right? Schefter knows what he's talking about. Also, Jeff Passan, the MLB insider for the ESPN network, says the New York Knicks and everything they showed in the postseason last year, grinding as much as they did with all the injuries they had, New York deserves a finals team. That's what I think they're going to get. Look, whether it's Woj, whether it's Schefter, whether it's Passan, those guys, they know what they're talking about, and they have both picked the New York Knicks to get to the NBA Finals, and both of them actually had them playing the Oklahoma City Thunder. But they also both had the OKC Thunder beating the New York Knicks in the NBA Finals. And look, the Thunder, they made a lot of additions to their team. I love the addition of Alex Caruso. I like the addition, obviously, of Isaiah Hartenstein. We know how good of a basketball player he is. But the Knicks would smoke the Thunder in the NBA Finals. Let's not get it twisted. Those are a bunch of pups over there. SGA's never won anything. Jalen Williams has never won anything. You think Chet Holmgren is going to be able to guard Julius Randle? Not a chance. The Knicks are stacked, and I kind of thought this to myself last night, was watching some highlights from the postseason last night, looking at other teams and listening to some other podcasters, and it just came to me, like, this team is actually stacked. I don't think we appreciate how good, deep, and how well this roster is going to fit together. Look, you got Brunson, you got Bridges, you got Anunoby, Randall, and Robinson. You can make the argument that it's the best starting five in the NBA. I also think you can make the argument that you have the best sixth and seventh men in the NBA, and Dante DiVincenzo and Josh Hart. Then if you want to talk about your eighth and ninth man, Deuce McBride and Precious Achiuwa, look, you are deep. You are deep at every single position. And I don't think there's really any other team outside of the Boston Celtics that can go toe-to-toe and as deep as this Knicks team. And you just got to give a round of applause and tip your cap to Leon Rose. What he's been able to do really over the last 3 years to take this team from missing the playoffs in the 2021-2022 season to getting them to be a preseason pick to get to the NBA Finals by a lot of people. It's awesome. This team is deep, and I think they have the best top nine in the NBA. Starting five, I think it's top three. You could make the argument it's 1, 2, or 3, and I'm not going to debate you up and down about that one. But I do think you can make a strong argument also that the Knicks have the best bench. Josh Hart and DiVincenzo were big-time players for the Knicks last year in the starting lineup when they were one game away from getting to the Eastern Conference Finals with no Julius Randle, no OG Anunoby, no Mitchell Robinson, no Bojan Bogdanovic. This team is deep at every single spot. You have an elite backup to OG Anunoby. You have an elite backup to Mikal Bridges. You have a veteran behind Jalen Brunson. You've got a rookie as well. The only thing I'm really worried about is that center spot. And if Mitchell Robinson stays healthy and the Knicks don't get snake bitten by the injury bug this year, there is no excuse. It is Eastern Conference Finals or bust for the 2024-2025 New York Knicks. Look, you were the second seed in the Eastern Conference last year without playing pretty much an entire half of a season without OG Anunoby and without Julius Randle and without Mitchell Robinson. And you need to go do it this year. You need to be in the Eastern Conference Finals or it is a bust of a season. Look, I'm tired of getting to the postseason and losing in the second round to teams that you are better than. Teams that you had a better record in the regular season than. I'm tired of losing to the 7th seed or whatever it was, the 7th seed Miami Heat. I'm tired of losing to the 6th seed Indiana Pacers. You cannot continue to lose second-round matchups with home court advantage. Speaking of home court advantage, could they have that throughout the entire Eastern Conference playoffs? Kendrick Perkins, he took the mic on ESPN, and he made a prediction that the Knicks will have the best record, not just in the East, but in the entire NBA. And I don't think it's that crazy of a take. That's around the corner. But first, I got to give a major shout out to today's sponsor, Prize Picks. Go to prizepicks.com/CLNS and use that promo code CLNS, and they will give you $50 for free when you play a $5 lineup. It's daily fantasy sports made easy. You just pick 2+ players, and you simply choose more or less on their projected stat line. You can get ready for basketball season. Football season is already here, and they also have baseball and so much more. And they already have some season-long basketball lineups that you can go check out if you're feeling a little frisky and you can't wait until the season starts. Go to prizepicks.com/CLNS. Use that promo code CLNS, and they will give you $50 for free when you play a $5 lineup. They always do awesome things to make winning money that much more easy for you. So check them out. All that information is clickable down in the comments and description of today's show. All righty, so Kendrick Perkins, big-time Knicks guy, maybe the smartest guy on ESPN. He's been riding or dying with the Knicks now for the better part of the last 2 seasons, calling himself the mayor of New York. And once again, he stands at the top saying the Knicks will have the best record in the NBA. The reason he said that, though, is because of the addition of guys like Mikal Bridges. He was asked what the most important move of any team in the East was, and he said the trade for Bridges, quoting, "I'm going with the New York Knicks getting Mikal Bridges. Look, he could be what Drew Holiday is for the Boston Celtics. That's how elite this young man is on both ends of the floor. We saw it when Phoenix made that run with Devin Booker and CP3 to the NBA Finals. And just remember a couple of seasons ago, he averaged 26 points. And I know he only played in about 27 games, but still, I'm to the point now where I don't even look at Mikal Bridges as a role player. He's a guy that's an all-star caliber player, and I think that was the best addition this offseason. Plus, he's a Tom Thibodeau type of guy. Kendrick Perkins is a ball knower. We're not going to dispute that here on this program. We are big fans of my guy, Big Perk. And I think it's just kind of funny because a lot of people talked about Mikal Bridges being one of the best wings in the NBA this time last year. But now, this year, he's a member of the New York Knicks, and it seems like everyone is once again not showing him love. He went from overrated to underrated as soon as he went from the Brooklyn Nets to the New York Knicks. And I don't know if that's everyone just trying to pour water on the fire of the New York Knicks, but it's kind of starting to piss me off a little bit because he needs more respect on his name. And if he doesn't, he's just going to prove you wrong, and we'll go back to the takes where you guys talked about how good or lack of a player that Mikal Bridges is. He's exactly what the Knicks were lacking. You talk about what that team needed last year. It was another guy that can create a shot for himself. It's another guy that could guard 1 through 4 every single night. It's another elite role player and a guy that stars in his role. He's an elite defensive player. He's grown on offense, it seems like, every single year. And he's a guy that can plug and play into any different team. Last year for the Brooklyn Nets, look, the stats weren't awesome, but he still averaged 20 points per game on 44% from the deck and shot 37% from deep. He's going to be able to score anywhere from 12 to 19 points any single night. He's going to be able to guard the second best offensive player anytime he wants, and he's going to be efficient from 2, from 3, and around the basket. And he's already played in 39 playoff games in his career, so he's got experience there. He's been in the NBA Finals. He's played under the brightest lights. And in the NBA Finals, he played really well. He shot 43% from beyond the arc. And in 39 career playoffs games, he's given you 13 points on 47% from the field and 38% from 3. Efficiency in the playoffs matters. That's what wins basketball games. And it doesn't matter if it's a game in February, doesn't matter if it's a game in October, or if it's one in June. Mikal Bridges has shown he can get it done because he is just a winning basketball player. You could pick him up and drop him on any team in the NBA, and he would fit like a glove. You need him to go create his own shot. He can do that. He did that with the Nets. Just didn't think with that many wins, but he showed he could be the face and engine of an offense. You wanted to be a number 2 or number 3 player? He did that with the Phoenix Suns. He could do whatever you need. And look, championships, they don't happen by accident. There's a reason that guys like Mikal Bridges, Jalen Brunson, Donte DiVincenzo, and Josh Hart have already won championships and multiple championships before because it's in their DNA. They play the game the right way. They are winning basketball players. And now we've got all 4 of them on the New York Knicks next to a guy that's also a 2-time All-NBA player, maybe the best offensive rebounding big in the league, and arguably a top 5 coach as well. If you want the Knicks to win the NBA Finals this year, hit that thumbs up icon. I cannot wait for the season to start. We're about a month away from Knicks Celtics. It's going to be a blast. Hit that thumbs up icon. And if you haven't yet, give me a follow on social media. I'm on Twitter at @MarshallGreen_. Also on Instagram at the same handle. I'm posting, I'm tweeting about the Knicks every day. Hit me up over there and let's talk some hoops.